Hey, yo, this is your boy, Andy, friendly neighborhood asshole, Black Exam Show. Don't know who's listening, I just know people are. Appreciate it. Doing it in the middle of the, today is Tuesday. Yeah, I'm doing it on Tuesday. I know I usually do it on the weekends, haven't did it. Shout out to you guys, the people who listened to the last one. Trying to pick up steam, man. Trying to pick up steam. You know what I'm saying? Trying to catch some air. You know what I mean? I don't know. I forgot what the fuck is that called. That was skateboarding? Catching air? I forgot what that fuck is. I think it's skateboarding. Or is that what? Is it what? Surfing? Where you catching air at? After you get choked out? Black Exam Show. Whoever's here, thank you. Whoever's listening, thank you. Whoever listened all the way through to the end, love you lots. Don't say it a lot, saying it now. Appreciate it. Take it with you. Man, today, shit. What's going on today, man? Well, I watched that movie, what's it called? Malignant? The movie Malignant is stupid as fuck. It's dumb as fuck. One of the dumbest fucking movies in the world. Okay? This is my little review in the beginning. James Wan made it. James Wan also made a lot of the Insidious. I can't say Insidiouses, because that's redundant. So he made all of the Insidious movies. And those are good. You know what I'm saying? Though Insidious, I think Insidious won to the end. Lost Key was fucking hard. It's creepy as fuck. It was an old creepy ghost motherfucker, like an old creepy man ghost that was like leaving around ink or like black fluid or some shit. He must have been a tobacco user or something. And he's fucking with a teenager, which whenever these ghosts is fucking with teenagers, I always assume they used to be a pedophile. Like that ghost used to be a pedophile. And his spirit came back to fuck with teens some more. He's like, I'm not done yet, baby. I still got something in me, you know? Just like Jordan when he went back to the Wizards. Sorry, when he went to the Wizards. You know. And then however many girls he gets, that's a fade away for him. You know what I'm saying? Every time he get a girl and he take a hold of her and do what he want to do, that's his fade away. You know what I mean? You know, everybody gets a fade away at some point. Everybody got to have a fade away at some point, even if it's not with, you know, messing with children. So, that's life. And, he did Malignant. I don't know how many people watched Malignant, but it was first of all, it's fucking ridiculous. It was a horror film, of course. When it started off choppy as shit. It started off extremely choppy. It was fucking clunk. It was cheese. The acting was fucking poor right out the gate. The intro to start the movie off was wild. What else? The actress. I don't know if I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody. I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody. But, it's just like the movie was bad. I'm gonna just say that. The movie was bad. This isn't ruined. I'm not gonna tell you what the fuck happened, but the movie is fucking horrible. The main actress, was horrendous. Okay? Horrendous. And every time she screamed, I wanted to bust my goddamn head open. I wanted to bust, and if you watch the movie, you're gonna get my reference. Whenever she screamed, or had a scene where she had to display some sense of horror, it fucking hurt. It hurt a lot. It hurt watching it. The other homie with she got a Loud House comedy podcast. I think that's the name of it. Loud House Comedy Podcast. He, and if you need to, I'll shoot you guys the link. Let me know. But he watched it. He said he watched it in theaters, so he, you know what I'm saying, he paid for that shit. I did not. I paid for it adjacent because I got HBO. But he went to the movies with his girl to watch that shit, and it was a horrible display. I mean, the fact that I pray they left that theater intact. That's how bad that movie was. But yeah, I watched that. What else is it? Was there anything else? I could have sworn something else that I watched just recently. I watched Malignant, and there was something else that I fucking watched. Oh fuck, the Dave Chappelle show. Dave Chappelle was the special. The closer. First of all, off the rip, obviously, the special was amazing. The special was amazing. I'm going to say this: if you are easily triggered, you might not want to watch it, because people be saying that they got a good sense of humor, and it's a bunch of bullshit, because you don't understand what your limits of comedy are until you listen to an irreverent comic. Because comedians who actually jump out the window, they do all the jokes. They do jokes about pedophilia, they do jokes about rape, they do jokes about racism. They don't give a fuck. As long as you cook that joke well. You cook the joke well, you're fine. To me. And people who understand, comedy, you're fine. You cool. But if you don't cook that shit well, if that motherfucker come in cold, and we've been waiting for 45 minutes, oh, you got a fucking problem. You have a big fucking problem. Because it's like, damn nigga, did you even work on that shit? Or you just want to say something shocking? And that's the problem. Shock value doesn't go over well with people. You know what I mean? No shock value. Don't do shock value. Please don't do shock value. If I don't care what you gotta do your best to not do shock value comedy. I mean, back in the day, it was cool because people was like, oh my god, what did he just say? But now, nah. You gotta work on that fucking joke, player. Work on that fucking joke. If you don't, even comics gonna be like, damn, he tried, but shit. It's like, you gotta work on that shit, my nigga. You can't be throwing that shit out there and be like, alright, let's see if this one lands. You gotta be worked on at least. You gotta have a good build. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress that shit. Add some punchlines around it. Get a build up. You know what I'm saying? Put some bones on that bitch. But you can't just throw some wild ass statement out there and just leave it. I'm like, alright, let's see how they interpret this. That's fucking crazy. But it was a lot. It was very rough. It was a rough hit. That set was fucking R triple rated. And what I liked about it is that in the midst of you watching it, you hear a lot of stuff that he's saying, and you're like, fuck, this nigga Dave Chappelle is trying to get in trouble. Like, it seems like, and it sounds funny to say a grown man trying to get in trouble. Let's also remember that we say that a lot. But it looks as if, like, he is literally doing his best, like try to cancel me. He's like fucking what do you call that? When a nigga like fucking jump at you when he about to fight you or some shit. What the fuck you call that? When a nigga flinch. So I literally feel like he's flinching at all of the communities, besides the black one, of course, and all of the communities to see if they can cancel him or not. The way that set went. It was fucking crazy. But the best part about it is that you didn't see the realism coming. Now, in the midst of all the rough spots, the rough patches in the field that he was in, there were so many areas of realism that he tossed in there in the beginning and at the end of the jokes, to where like, damn, this is good. This is good because he kept your attention. Even if it was cringe, he kept your attention. He was like, fuck, man, that joke was kind of oof. But it made you stay. The right ones. It made the right ones think. I want to see where he's going to go with this. Right? Because that's how I am. You tell a joke, let me see where he's going to go with this. Because I'm not going to hear a derogatory word and automatically be like, oh, fuck that, I'm out. I was like, let me see where he's going to go with this. Because I mean, if you're a good comedian or decent enough, you gonna build the joke. You're not gonna say some wild ass shit and just be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was funny. All right, I thought it was funny. And it's like, that wasn't a fucking joke. You just said some wild shit and then left, and then like jumped to another fucking bit. So, you know, the special was a lot of, especially at the end. The end was amazing, and then the ending credits were fucking amazing. It made me emotional, of course. It's very reminiscent to me of the episode that they did on Showtime with the Comedy Store, I think. The fucking Richard Pryor episode. That episode makes me fucking emotional every time I watch it. Because I think of that, you know, he's dead, and how much he gave to comedy, and how much of comedy like is what it is because of Richard Pryor. So it made me be like, fuck, like Richard Pryor was so fucking good, bro. He was so fucking good, you know. Even in the midst of all the shit he was going through, the nigga was fucking good at what he did. If he does anything, he up on that stage, he killing that shit. And there was some days where he hopped on that stage and he was like, what the fuck is Richard Pryor doing? But he literally put that shit on the stage all the time. Every time he hopped on that stage, we don't give a fuck what mood he was in. To him, that was his pulpit. He was like, this is where I'm putting that shit. So if I'm going through something and I want to talk about it, and if it just so happens not to be funny, or it ain't funny enough in some spots, I don't give a fuck. Because this is where I need to go to put it. And he paid his dues, so it's like niggas gonna stay and listen anyway. Same thing with Dave Chappelle. When Dave Chappelle sit in that chair and start smoking that whole pack of cigarettes, niggas, I'm like, nigga, I'm listening to everything Dave says. Everything Dave says. Because I found myself in those same circles, like talking to people when I'm like, damn, nigga, think about it. You ever thought about this? You ever thought about that? Ain't it crazy how this, but this happened, and yet somehow this is different, but it's the same thing. I've been in those conversations before, bro. Like, and sometimes people don't realize it. You're like, bro, this is the same shit. Why it happened to him, but it didn't happen to him? What the fuck is up with that? You know what I mean? So you gotta watch the special, watch it, and fucking like it. Matter of fact, when you go to Netflix, watch the Dave Chappelle special. Watch that, like that shit, because that's that you gotta fuck that, the recommendation. That's good. That's like you really helping him out. Not just him. He don't really need the help, but it says something for like, if people are like, fuck Dave, he's fucking this and he's that. It's like, we look how many people liked this shit. All these people liked the special. I don't never like shit. I don't go to Netflix. I don't like a damn thing. Even though I don't like the movie, I forget. I just leave. Like, alright, that movie was cool. And go right out that motherfucker. And then go to the Seinfeld and like that shit too. You ain't gotta watch the episodes. Just like it. Cause it's a good show. Like it for me. Yeah. Thank you guys, for coming to the campfire and sitting down with me and letting me tell the dumbass shit that be on my mind and what I think about stuff. I appreciate it. So unfortunately today, we're going to be starting off with Long Beach. There was an 18-year-old young lady in Long Beach, and apparently she got into it with a 15-year-old. I'm not sure how much was specified on how she got into it with the 15-year-old. If she got into it with the 15-year-old while she was at school and it led off campus, or from what I was told that she went up to fight the 15-year-old. Like, it was premeditated. So she got into the 15-year-old, and I guess they were talking shit online. I don't know how it happened. And she decided to like make a choice to go and fight the 15-year-old. This is an 18-year-old girl. Not that far apart, most people will say. Of course, I get what you're saying, but if you think about it, age-wise, I think it's pretty fucking wild. Especially for the fact that this 18-year-old already has a child. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a kid, you fucking fast-tracked into being an adult, even if you do act young. Even if you do act young, you act like a dumbass, you kind of have to still be an adult to some degree, because people force you to be, or unless people take care of your kid for you when you doing what the fuck you want to do. So an 18-year-old trying to fight a 15-year-old, some people will say, oh, it's a fight. It's just a fight. But I boxed. I know where fights can go. I know I've seen, not seen myself, but I've heard too many instances about somebody getting punched in the face, them falling, and then their head busting open on concrete. I've heard that a lot. I've heard a lot of that. And I don't want you guys to play that shit down at all, because that shit happens a lot. It happens more than you know. And you get hit for murder. And all you did was, all the nigga did was bump into you or stepped on your fucking Jordans. And now you got a murder case. Because he in the hospital and they don't know if he gonna make it or not. And all you did was hit him one time. And guess what? You probably didn't even start it. That nigga was the one acting hard. So he was acting hard with his homies or with his girl. He wanted to prove himself. He had a chip on his shoulder. You had nothing to do with it. You know how to fight. Even if you don't know how to fight. Situation is unfolding. He decides to press you. You like, nigga, I ain't no suck. You better back up, homie. You talk to the wrong nigga with that, because you know how to, you know what the get down is. And he don't back down. He goes harder now, because he's like, oh, this nigga think what? Think you know who I am? And it's like, oh wow, this nigga's really acting real tough guy, huh? Okay, cool. Catch a fade, nigga. You catch a fade with the nigga. You hit him. Catch him. Because he's not as good of a fighter as he thought he was. And he was actually messing with the wrong person that day. He slips, or, what the fuck, he probably goofy footed. I don't know what the fuck was going on with some of these dudes. But you get caught, you get caught. You hit, you stiffen up and then fall to the ground, stiffed up. Your head is just pavement ready. It's ready, boy, like. And once it hit, that back of that head hit, that's it, my nigga. That's it. And people don't understand. Even in boxing, if your head hit that canvas like that shit ain't even good. That shit ain't even good for you. When you fall, your head bounce off that canvas, that shit ain't no motherfucking bouncy house. That canvas is not, it's not hard, but it's decent. Especially you falling after you done stiffed up. Nah, man, that shit ain't cool, bro. But y'all both legally in there y'all legally signed papers to fight each other. So whatever happens to you, that's not on me, homie. You got in there with me. And I signed the same paper you signed. So you hopped in there with the wrong person that day. That's not my fucking problem. But on the street, hold on the story. That's why you gotta try not to fight people. You have to try not to fight people. That's all I gotta say. Just try not to fight people. And if you do, you need to get that shit done best way you can, and get the fuck out the way, get it and leave. Don't sit around trying to posture with this nigga and prove who's the toughest and let the fight. Nah, man, get out of there, get out of there, because you don't know if some witnesses won't even be on your side. What if he got more people there with him than you do? No, he murdered him. He knew he did. Like, all right, y'all putting the extras on it. That's how it is, man. So, in this situation, you know what I mean? She came out to fight a 15-year-old, which she shouldn't have. Her family. Now, alright, so she's 18 with a kid, okay? I don't know how much family was around her. So, who the fuck knows? I don't know what the deal is with all that, but when she went down there, with a man and a teenager, which I found out were related to her. So those are her two brothers, apparently, if I'm not mistaken. If they weren't, they were like her cousins. They were family members. So I'm assuming they went down, because there's no footage of them showing up for the fight. There's footage of them trying to flee the fight. Okay? So they were fleeing the fight in a car with the two boys, and she was in the back seat. And the security guard, who was all fucked up by himself, the security guard had a real hitch in his step. His leg was all, like he got crumpled his damn self when he was young, and he don't walk right no more. He one side of his body got ran over. That's what it looked like. He struggled to that vehicle. And from the looks of that man's condition, there's no way he's running after anybody. He's not running after anybody. So he went to the door after witnessing the fight, right? To try to, I guess, apprehend them or something. Went to the door. As he went to the door, he was at the front passenger side, right? The girl was in the back seat. They noticed him coming to the passenger side. He knocked on the door. They decided to push their foot on the gas hard and speed off. Now, I'm going to toss this out. I don't know if this is facts, but anybody around me, next to me, speeds off in a car, that's a fight or flight situation, because he might, I don't know if they gonna hit me, I don't know what the case was. So it's possible that when he sped off, the way he sped off around the dude probably got scared and pulled his weapon. Also, it's possible that the nigga could have just been one of them, a fear for your life kind of dude, right? Just like we get a lot of those, don't we, people? And he shot into the car. Now, there's two ways to go about this, right? If they were fleeing, there was zero reason for him to shoot into that car. Now, you gonna stop him by shooting at him and killing him? That doesn't make sense. Why would you shoot into the car to kill them? Like, to stop them? Like, I gotta stop them, I'm gonna shoot into the car. That's crazy. Also, no, three ways. Second, I don't know what occurred before she got in the car. I don't know the condition of the 15-year-old or if the fight actually happened or what happened. I don't know none of that. They didn't talk about the 15-year-old. So this is all lost on me. Third, no. Also, let me add this to the second. That man, that security guard, had a weapon on him. If he decides to say, "I thought my life was in danger," or "I fear for my life," and he shot into that car, that could be a defense. Because that shit got used on us a lot. So why he can't use it? You could be like, "I thought they were gonna run me over with the car." You see how close I was to that car when they sped off? They could have killed me. I'm just saying. Third, finally, the third is the third for me is accountability. When it comes to accountability, how many people in that family knew she was going down there to fight that 15-year-old? Also, is she involved in any gang activity? Is her brothers involved in any gang activity? Because this is all going to pop up. It's going to be a part of the fucking case. Are your brothers in a gang? And you were with your brothers when you was about to fight the 15-year-old? Are you in a gang? Because they do that. Guess why? They do that shit to us. If my dad was in the gang, off the rip, they're going to be like, "Oh, okay, well, your dad's in the gang. You're not in the gang?" Well, no, I'm not from no gang. Yeah, sure you're not. That's what I'm like. It happens, bro. Linked is linked. So, I mean, I hope the brothers wasn't, but who the fuck knows? I just know they was in there and they sped off, and then she got shot. So, how many people knew that she was going to fight that 15-year-old? How many people before this knew of her if she had any antics or she had this kind of behavior when it comes to just quickly going out to fist fight people of any kind of nature whatsoever? Like, is this new? I don't think, I'm almost positive that it's not. And you got a fucking baby at the house. Why are you leaving to go fight a 15-year-old? And why are you attempting to fight a 15-year-old? What did she do to you? You have a kid at home. Did anybody make sure that she deemed that to be important beforehand? And that's the thing. These same people that's crying and saying that she didn't deserve that are the same motherfuckers that sped off in the car. They're the same people that sped off in the car. The mom is crying and saying that she was a great mother and all this kind of shit. That didn't have shit to do with what she did. You being a great mother didn't have shit to do with what you did. And then another guy that quote unquote knew her said, "Oh, even though I know she was out there trying to fight somebody, but that don't mean she deserves to get shot." Yeah, you know who also feels that way? We do. We do. How about that? Welcome. Welcome. They say, "Oh, you should have been out there doing that shit anyway." Yeah, that don't mean you could just shoot me. That don't mean you could just shoot me. But what do all these other people say? Well, you was out there doing no good. It would have happened at some point. So at the end of the day, you should be doing the shit. That's how they look at it. You should have been doing the shit. Why are you trying to fight people? You shouldn't have been doing it. So, I mean, it's a wild situation, man. It's fucked up. Nobody should get shot, of course. I think that's fucking obvious to say. Nobody should be killed, but people die. You know, harsh reality that we live in. So it's like, you know, what can you do, man? I mean, it's a fucked up situation. I just wish, for me personally, how I get down, if anybody in my family chose to operate like that, I will always reprimand them about what they're doing way before they even think about doing it, because it's stupid. You know, but bro, what you about to go do? I'm about to catch a fade with this nigga. Are you about to leave your house, go to where he's at, or whatever quote unquote rendezvous point y'all made up, and you gonna fight him there? Nigga, that ain't gonna look good. Cause if cops show up, they gonna eventually get messages together and all the kind of shit. I'm like, all right, so you guys met up to fight, or whoever's really doing too much, it'd be the same situation. Oh, so you said what? Especially if you 15, he 15, you 18. Oh, you tripping? That's, I'm like, come on, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You shouldn't be going to fight no fucking body, cause that's premeditated. That's premeditated, bro. So at the end of the day, don't be going to fight nobody. Mind your business. Do your thing. Right? Do your thing, and that's it. And if something just so happens to happen, you defend yourself. That's it. That's it, man. There's nothing else you can do. That's how I look at it. It's the best bet. Best advice I can give you. And even in some of those situations, you're fucked up too in court. So you got to really cover your P's and Q's. And really show them, like, I did not try to fight this nigga. He tried to fight me. I got witnesses. You know what I mean? Like, y'all pull a camera up, CCTVs, do all that shit. Get the droid, do all that. Fucking, you know, little fuckers that hover. So, that's how I look at it, man. It wouldn't be my son. I'll tell you that for damn sure. My son ain't about to lead a fight, no fucking body. And if I knew, it wouldn't be happening. Wouldn't be happening. Trust me. Now, if I don't know, but I know first of all, we know. You know if your kid is into some bullshit or not. Cause they start acting funny, they start getting a little snappy. You be like, hold the fuck, who you talking to? Like, you kind of start seeing, like, oh fuck, you on the wrong path. You can see that shit. They ain't no fucking surprise, bro. And then when they dead, you look, oh, whoa, nah. You could have stopped that shit. You know why? Because innocent kids die all the fucking time. They don't do nothing. Those parents be sad too. They didn't do this. They son didn't do shit. They were just out Chicago, nigga. These kids just be outside getting shot. I don't know if anybody seen documentaries. Some of these kids just want to go to school and get an education. They gotta carry a gun because of the certain area they live in. They gotta carry a gun. They got no choice. What can you do, man? You know? But let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about these Hoff Twins, man. I don't know if you guys know about the Hoff Twins. I know I didn't for a very long time. I didn't know these niggas existed. There are these two white characters, and they're called the Hoff Twins. Hoff. Okay? And they say nigga fluently in their vocabulary. I forgot where they're from. They look like silly ass Malibu Most Wanted white boys to me, honestly. It looked like they try to talk that way on purpose, or not on purpose. I feel like, aside from just them saying nigga, I feel like the way that how their slang is and how they carry themselves, it looks more of a blatant ignorance than anything else. Blatant ignorance than anything else. It's blatant. It's ridiculous. It's the same thing I would look at if I was seeing any other black dude. I'm like, this nigga's dumb. This nigga's dumb, bro. Like, watch out for that nigga. He's stupid. He'll do some stupid shit, or he'll say some stupid shit and shit pop off. He's stupid. Watch out for him. That's why you don't kick it with dumb people. Niggas know how to evaluate situations and, people. But they was on No Jumper, and they was talking to Adam about saying nigga. So they said, oh man, I don't be trying to say it, I don't be trying to say it, but I say it though. I mean, that's part of my life. Is I grow with black people, and you know what I mean, and what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get the fucking, like, I my family black. I think they said to people like they mom or they dad is black or some one of those. And I'm like, oh, okay. They got black girlfriends, which that doesn't mean shit really, because you got a black girlfriend, I mean, you can walk around and say nigga. And they rapping, which is fucking horrendous too. They're out there rapping, and they're trying to be black, pretty much. And they'll say they're not trying to be, but you are. So sorry, that's just gonna be the narrative. And people are like, all right, that's crazy. These motherfuckers need to stop saying the word and booty bop bip bip. Okay, cool. On one hand, I agree with you. I understand the rage behind that. I get it. On the other hand, you let other people say it. I've let other people say it. Some of the Hispanic, when I was growing up, some of the Hispanic homies that lived in Gardena with me on the Deuce block, they said nigga, and we was tight. I didn't view them as Hispanic. I viewed them as black. I grew up with them. I literally grew up with them down the street. Years. Grew up with them. Had fist fights together with them. Got banged on. All that. Nigga, like, through the mud. With them. And if a nigga here said nigga, I would be like, oh, whoa, nigga, what? Never do it. I would never do it. So, we've all let that happen. We've all let it happen. Some people got these white dudes in their gang, and they saying nigga. Did nobody say shit to him? You know what I mean? Like, you got a lot of people saying nigga. You got the what they call the Asians in Long Beach. They say nigga. Did nobody say nothing to them? And that gang, I forgot what gang is over there, but in Long Beach. But you got a mixture. You got Asians and you got black people. They all saying nigga. All the Asians saying nigga. Nobody say shit. When Charleston White said that he don't feel like they should be saying it, I agree with why he was saying that, because it's like y'all can switch up. If it ever comes down to it and some shit pop off, y'all can just be like, I am Asian, man. I'm Asian. We can't switch to fucking a race. We black. We black, nigga. Period. Born black, gonna die black. So it makes sense for why he said that they shouldn't say it. I get that. That makes so much sense to me. Shouts to China White. China Mac said China White. That's horrible. Shouts to China Mac for like not saying that shit. He's like, I'm gonna stop saying it. So I like that. I appreciate that. But yeah, man. That shit was crazy. Like, I'm surprised. Like, I don't get what y'all let them say it. Y'all let people say it. How you get mad at them? But I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's just a big deal because they white. That's what I feel like. The people you ask, you get a microphone on some world type hip hop shit, and go around like, hey man, how you feel about Hispanic people saying the N word? And they'll say, oh, if they grew up with black people, I don't see the problem. That's what they say. I mean, I got a couple of Hispanic homies that say the N word, but they like, I look at them like me, like me and you. Okay, so what if it's a white guy and he grew up with y'all? He was just like y'all, from the same hood and all that. You gonna let him say nigga? They go, oh, I don't know. That's why you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You kind of can't do that. It's hypocritical. Even if there's a history applied to it when it's a white person, you still letting the other one say it. So how they get passed and the white person don't? I get why you would think that they should get a pass, but still, it's still funny style, low key. But I mean, you know, people gonna say the word. What you gonna do? Fight them? Stupid. It's stupid. Let them be with. All you do is like, nigga, don't say that shit to me. You go do what you want to do. Don't say that shit to me, homie. That's it. You gonna control what they say to you. But yeah, people was pissed off about that a little bit. Not as much as we used to be back in the day, but they was. Are we stopped? Oh, we got some more cop shit. I just remembered. There's another situation in Hollywood. In Hollywood, okay? A bum was in Hollywood, a Hollywood bus stop, threatening women with a knife. Okay? Heavy set dude. You know what I'm saying? Has some weight to him. I'm pretty sure he would give a couple cops some problems. So cops rode up. The dude was yelling on some He-Man shit with the knife in his hand. Cops came out with the non-lethals, right? Non-lethal shotgun. Both cops. There were bystanders on the opposite side of the bus stop, which not opposite across the street. I'm talking about there's a how would I put it? The north side of the bus stop, there were bystanders. The south side of the bus stop, there were cops in the bump. So people are walking up towards them while noticing the cops have guns drawn, because a lot of people don't know what non-lethals look like. Non-lethals have the green the green decals on them. I'm gonna say decals. I'm not sure what they exactly are, but they're green. It specifies the non-lethals. So they had non-lethals drawn. People were walking up to go past the bus stop while they were drawn on the bump, which I didn't get whatsoever. I'm watching the video. I'm like, there's like 5 cops outside pointing and yelling at this bum. This white lady just walking casually, about to walk past the fucking bus stop on her phone. I'm like, do you want to die? Now, I'm saying that because there is not just her. There's 2 or 3 other people in back of her that was doing their own thing, right? Bullets go far. So what if that was those is real? They put out actual lethals and shot that bum a couple times because he had a gun and he rushed towards. I mean, he had a knife and he rushed towards them. And they shot him up. Those non-lethals those bullets probably shoot through him, go through him, and keep going and hit the bystanders in back of him because they dumbasses didn't decide to go across the street when they seen cops all piled up right there in a group pointing a weapon at somebody. And then people just say, oh my God, they out here shooting people. Nah, y'all niggas are stupid because y'all on Instagram and Facebook not paying attention to the situation that's going on around you and you getting shot. That's dumb. One dude, when they was shooting him, the bum started pacing. It took him a minute to go down. I think he was on meth or something, or some sherm. It took him a minute to go down. And the one dude just casually walked across the street, very close to the bus stop, by the way. Just casually walked across the street. I'm like, well, how you this fucking careless? You come to the hood and the cops got some guns pointed, nigga, we are moving out of the vicinity. So we see cops with guns drawn anywhere, but I'm about to leave this whole block, nigga. I'm about to go in the house. I'm about to go all the way in the house, nigga. That's what I'm about to do. I'll be back out tomorrow, nigga. When you come, nigga, we do this shit all the time. Whenever cops be like, oh, it's hot. Oh, what happened? Oh, so-and-so did so-and-so. Oh, fuck. All right. So at first we still stay outside for a little bit, right? Because we peep in the scene. We got our eyes out. And then you start seeing like certain cars. Like, oh, that car looks familiar. Nigga, what the fuck, what car is that? We hide back the street. We look. Oh, them niggas, this is somebody else. That's somebody else. They ain't from over here. Everybody, all right, let's go in the house, nigga. You know how many times I had to run to my house to stay in the house so I didn't get shot? And I'll be blocks away. I'll be blocks away from my house. I'll have to run through alleyways, look around corners to see where if cars are coming, then run up the block, hit the corner real quick, hurry up, run fast to get to my house, unlock the door, and stay in the house just to not get shot. Because we knew that there was a car going around looking for people to shoot. So if we see anything going on, it'd be that, or just cops like fucking hemming people up. Oh no, once we see cops on one block, well nigga, we all going in the house. Everybody going out, hey bro, don't come outside, man. Get cops out here hot fucking with people. Alright, cool. The block is dry. Every fucking 7, 8, 9 blocks dry. Nobody outside. Nobody outside. Everybody in the house. And if you are gonna go outside, you go outside to go to somebody else's house, and you go in their house to stay in the house. You ain't about to stay outside, nigga. Fuck that. That's why I'm like, nigga, we move different. White people were just walking around while the guns are drawn. You think you can get shot? That shit was astounding to me. And the bum went down, and they was all just like, "Oh, okay, wow, this is fascinating." I'm like, y'all fucking crazy, homie. The way y'all live your life is wild as fuck to me. It's wild as fuck. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. And like the officer that was throwing the commands out, he seen the white lady walking towards them. I don't even think he told her to stop. I think she eventually had to stop on her own because she was getting so close and heard him yelling. And I know he seen her. There's no way he didn't see her. That shit was crazy, bro. Well, yeah. That was a good, it was a good little situation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Chappelle doing another. He said it's going to be his last special for a very long time. Might be for multiple reasons, by the way. Especially after seeing that shit. Damn. Fuck Malignant. Horrible movie. Appreciate everybody that listens to the show, man. I try to make the show a little shorter now. You know what I'm saying? So it's more consumable. Cause I used to do hour 30 fucking 2-hour shows. That was fucking long, bro. It was a movie. But you know what I'm saying? Check me out, man. Share my shit. Shout outs to Louisiana. Shout outs to Long Beach. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Kentucky. Shout outs to Ireland, bro. Shout outs to Ireland, son. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys for listening. You don't gotta fucking listen. You know what I'm saying? And it always means something to me that somebody out there listening to this shit. And I ain't going nowhere till I go somewhere. You dig? Black Exam Show.